All right, so today we're going to be looking at TD Power Systems.
Okay.
And you might not have heard of them,
Yeah.
but this is an Indian company
Right.
that's making the motors and generators
Wow.
that keep the lights on
Okay.
in data centers, power plants,
Yeah.
and even high-speed trains.
Interesting. So we're talking like big industrial stuff.
Oh, yeah, the heavy-duty stuff, not what you got in your kitchen.
Gotcha.
And we've got a really interesting mix of sources for this deep dive.
Oh, cool.
We've got company announcements, financial reports,
Okay.
and we even got some investor questions from their latest earnings call.
Nice. So we can really get a broad view of what's going on with them.
Exactly, a 360-degree view.
I like it.
So to get us started,
Yeah.
TD Power Systems,
Uh-huh.
this is a company that is in the business of making those huge generators and motors
All right.
that you would find in a power plant. And they used to focus mainly on India,
All right.
but now a whopping 70% of their business comes from exports.
Wow. So they've really gone global.
They really have. And speaking of global,
Yeah.
their latest financial reports show that they just had their highest ever quarterly order inflow.
Okay. And what was that number?
A staggering 4.07 billion rupees.
Wow. That's huge.
It is. It's a 52% jump from the previous quarter.
That's not just growth. That's like massive acceleration.
Yeah, so this isn't just growth.
Oh.
It's a sign that they are strategically aligning themselves
Yeah.
with some of the biggest global mega trends.
So they're really in the right place, the right time.
They are. And on top of that, their profits are surging as well.
Got it.
They're up 37% compared to the same period last year.
Nice.
So clearly things are going very well for them.
Yeah, I'd say so. So what's driving this incredible growth?
Well, a lot of it comes down to the fact that they're riding a wave
Uh-huh.
of global trends. So the world is rapidly transitioning to renewable energy sources.
Makes sense.
Like wind and solar.
Yeah.
But the challenge with renewables is that they are intermittent.
Yeah, the sun doesn't always shine, the wind doesn't always blow.
Exactly. So what happens when the wind stops playing or the sun goes down?
People still need power.
People still need power.
Right.
And that's where TD Power Systems comes in.
Okay.
They make the heavy-duty generators
Yeah.
that provide reliable backup power
Okay.
when the renewables aren't available.
Interesting. So they're filling a very important gap.
They really are. And that's one of the things that's fueling their growth.
It makes a lot of sense. So it's like they've anticipated this global shift
Yes,
to renewable energy and are now reaping the rewards.
exactly. They're in the right place at the right time.
Smart move.
And get this,
Okay.
they're not just benefiting from the renewable energy boom.
Okay.
Their gas turbine and gas engine business is also booming,
Really?
especially in the US and Europe.
Wow.
And they're supplying
Yeah. To major original equipment manufacturers in these markets.
Right.
Big names you would definitely recognize.
Interesting. Now, why is this such a big deal?
Well,
Yeah.
because the world is going digital fast
Uh-huh.
with data centers popping up everywhere to support this explosion
Yeah.
of data, artificial intelligence,
Makes sense.
and cloud computing.
It's all very data intensive.
It is.
So what does that have to do with TD Power Systems?
These data centers
Yeah.
need reliable backup power.
Okay.
And guess who's supplying it?
I have a feeling I know the answer.
TD Power Systems.
There it is.
And in fact, their management expects
Okay.
this gas engine and turbine demand
Uh-huh.
to stay strong
All right.
for at least the next 6 to 8 quarters.
Wow. So it's not just a short-term trend.
It's not. It's a long-term growth opportunity.
Yeah, they've really tapped into something big here.
They have, but it's not just about...
Riding the waves of existing trends, they're also making strategic moves
Right.
to diversify their business
Okay.
and capitalize on emerging opportunities.
They're not putting all their eggs in one basket.
Not at all.
Smart. So, like, what kind of moves are they making?
But just to give you one example,
Okay.
their U.S. strategy,
Uh-huh.
they are aware
Okay.
of the potential impact
Right.
of things like tariffs.
Yeah, those can be a big deal.
They
So
can.
how are they handling that?
Well, they're not letting it paralyze them.
Oh,
They are being proactive and looking at options,
Right.
like leveraging their plant in Turkey
Interesting.
if needed.
So they have backup plans.
They do. They're thinking several moves ahead.
Very strategic.
Very strategic, which is a good move.
Yeah.
Considering all the uncertainties
Right.
in the global landscape these days.
Absolutely.
And speaking of smart moves,
Yeah.
let's talk about
Yeah.
their expansion
into traction motors.
Traction motors. No, what are those exactly?
These are the heavy-duty motors
Gotcha.
used in locomotives
Right.
and other really demanding applications.
Gotcha. So we're talking like trains and things like that.
Exactly. Things that need a lot of power.
Makes sense.
And TD power systems,
Yeah.
they're not just dipping their toes in the water. They're securing orders from Europe,
Okay.
the U.S.,
Wow.
and even the CIS.
The CIS.
The Commonwealth of Independent States.
Oh, right. Got it.
Which is a group of former Soviet republics.
Yeah, okay.
So they are really expanding their reach.
They are. So this traction motor venture, is this just another example of them being ahead of the curve?
I think so, because global demand for electric and hybrid transportation is only going to accelerate.
Yeah, that's the way the world is moving.
It is.
So they're perfectly positioned to capitalize on that shift.
They are. They're getting in early.
And here's where it gets really exciting.
Okay, I'm listening.
They're supplying motors for India's ambitious high-speed rail project.
Wow, that's huge.
It is, and they just landed a breakthrough order from India's Nuclear Power Corporation.
Now, that's impressive.
It is, because getting a contract in the nuclear industry is a huge deal.
Huge.
That sector is known for incredibly stringent quality and safety standards.
Oh, absolutely. So this is a major vote of confidence in their technology and their quality.
Exactly.
The seal of approval.
Yes, and it could open doors to even more business.
Okay.
In a sector known for those really, really tough requirements.
Makes sense. So they've proven they can handle the big leagues.
They have.
So it's not just about winning contracts. It's also about having the capacity to deliver.
Exactly. And to meet this surging demand, they are built a brand new factory.
Wow, that's a big commitment.
It is. Their management expects to hit 15 billion rupees in revenue next year.
So they're not messing around.
They're not. They're backing up their ambitions with action.
I like it. But scaling up production like that while maintaining that top-notch quality, that's a tough balancing act.
It is.
It's not easy.
It's not, but they are aiming to build smarter.
Okay, how so?
Not just bigger.
Got it.
You see, they've incorporated these Japanese manufacturing philosophies like Kaizen and lean manufacturing.
Right, so they're all about efficiency.
Exactly.
And eliminating waste, streamlining their operations.
Yeah, it's like giving their factory a Marie Kondo makeover.
I love that analogy.
Making sure everything is flowing smoothly, it makes sense. But even with these efficiency improvements, ramping up production at this pace is a huge undertaking.
It is. So there are definitely challenges ahead.
There are.
They'll need to manage their supply chain effectively.
Yes.
Make sure they have the skilled workforce to handle this increased production and maintain those stringent quality standards.
Absolutely. The ones that won them that nuclear contract in the first place.
Exactly, because that's what sets them apart.
It does. So TD Power Systems is clearly a company in transition, evolving from a primarily domestic player to a global force in the power systems market.
Makes sense.
They are at the forefront of some major global megatrends, and they're making all the right moves to position themselves for long-term success.
But the question is, can they execute on this ambitious vision?
That is the question.
And that's what we'll be exploring in the next part of our deep dive.
Exactly.
We'll look at their leadership team, their innovation strategy, and the potential challenges they might face as they navigate this exciting but complex journey.
Absolutely.
So stay tuned.
Yes, stay tuned.
There's a lot more to come.
Because the TD Power Systems story is just getting started.
It sounds like it.
And it's definitely one you'll want to hear.
I can't wait to hear more.
So welcome back to our deep dive into TD Power Systems.
It's great to be back.
We've seen how this company's gone from, local hero to global powerhouse.
Yeah, it's an amazing story.
But, with great growth comes great responsibility.
Absolutely. That's true for any company, especially one operating on a global scale.
Especially one operating on a global scale.
Right.
So as TD Power Systems expands globally, they're going to need to navigate this complex web of social and environmental considerations.
Definitely. It's not just about the bottom line anymore.
Right. We're talking about everything from ethical sourcing and labor practices to minimizing their environmental footprint.
It's a lot to juggle.
It is. So let's talk about their environmental impact first.
Yeah.
We know they're playing a key role in the transition
to
renewable energy.
Yeah, with those backup power solutions.
Exactly. But what are they doing to address their own environmental footprint?
That's the key question.
It is.
Well, from what we've gathered from their website and sustainability reports, TD Power Systems seems to be taking this pretty seriously.
Okay, good.
They've implemented initiatives to reduce energy consumption in their manufacturing processes.
That's great.
They're exploring the use of recycled materials.
Okay.
And they're also minimizing waste generation at their facilities.
So they're making a conscious effort.
It seems so.
To reduce their impact on the planet.
Which is a good start.
It is, but you have to wonder, right?
Yeah.
In a world that's increasingly focused on achieving carbon neutrality, are these initiatives enough?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yes, it is. It is. And it's one that they'll need to address as they grow.
As they grow, yeah.
They might need to consider setting more ambitious sustainability goals.
Like what?
Like achieving carbon neutrality in their own operations.
Okay.
Or investing in renewable energy sources.
Right.
To power their factories.
So basically walking the talk.
Exactly. Leading by example.
I like it.
It's like they're on this journey of continuous improvement when it comes to sustainability.
Makes sense.
Constantly raising the bar for themselves.
Absolutely. Always striving to do better.
But they're also in this really unique position
How's
to influence the environmental impact of their customers.
That's true. They have a wide reach.
They do. After all, they supply generators to a wide range of industries, some of which are, pretty carbon intensive.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, they need to find ways to encourage their customers to adopt more sustainable practices.
How do they do that?
Well, maybe by offering incentives, right?
Okay.
Choosing more fuel-efficient generators.
That's a good idea.
Or maybe investing in research and development to create, even cleaner power solutions.
So they're not just meeting the demand, they're shaping the demand.
Exactly. They could become this driving force for positive change.
Interesting.
Not just responding to the existing demand, but shaping the future of their industry toward a more sustainable path.
That's a powerful position to be in.
It is, but to do that, they need to stay ahead of the technology curve.
Yeah, innovation is key in this industry.
It is, and we know they've got this track record of innovation. But the power systems industry is evolving rapidly.
Oh yeah, it's constantly changing.
So what are they doing to stay ahead of the competition?
Well, from their investor presentations and recent announcements, it seems like they're heavily investing in research and development, focusing on areas like advanced materials, digitalization, and something called smart grid technologies.
Smart grids. Okay, now you're talking my language.
All right, let's dive into that.
Tell me more about these smart grids and how they're transforming the power industry.
So imagine a power grid that's intelligent, responsive, and incredibly efficient.
Okay, I like where this is going.
That's what smart grids are all about.
Okay.
They use digital technologies and data analytics to optimize power generation, distribution, and consumption.
Wow, so it's like taking the power grid into the digital age.
Exactly. It's a complete transformation.
So how is TD Power Systems fitting into this smart grid revolution?
Well, they're positioning themselves as key players in this transition. They're developing generators and motors that are compatible with smart grid technologies. And they're also actively exploring ways to incorporate digital solutions into their products and services.
So it's like they're evolving from this, traditional hardware company into a tech-savvy innovator.
Exactly. They're embracing the digital future.
Which is a smart move.
Yeah, because the future of the power industry is undoubtedly digital.
It is, but it's not just about developing new technologies, right? It's also about finding creative solutions to some of the biggest challenges facing the power industry.
Like what, for example?
Well, one of the most pressing challenges is this need to improve energy efficiency.
That makes sense.
Global energy demand is constantly rising.
We need to use energy more wisely.
Exactly. So we need to find ways
right.
to generate and distribute power more efficiently.
To minimize waste and reduce our reliance on fossil fuels.
Exactly. It's all about making the most of the energy we have.
Right. Squeezing every bit of performance out of it.
Exactly. So how is TD Power Systems contributing to this, global efficiency drive?
Well, they're taking a multi-pronged approach.
Right.
They're developing more fuel-efficient generators.
Right.
Exploring new materials and designs to reduce energy losses in their products.
Okay.
And incorporating smart technologies to optimize power consumption in real time.
So it's like they're making their products more efficient, but they're also going beyond that and helping their customers improve the efficiency of their entire power systems.
It's a holistic approach.
It is. It's like they're becoming energy consultants.
I like that.
Helping their clients save money and reduce their environmental impact.
They're adding value beyond just the equipment.
Exactly. They're not just selling equipment. They're selling solutions.
Solutions. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And another critical challenge they're addressing is reliability.
Reliability, right, because...
Yeah, in our hyper-connected world,
exactly,
power outages can be incredibly disruptive.
Oh, yeah, they can bring everything to a halt.
It's true. We rely so heavily on electricity these days.
Absolutely.
That even a brief power outage can throw everything into chaos.
It could be a nightmare for businesses.
Oh, yeah, and for communities.
Right.
Even entire economies.
Absolutely. So how's TD Power Systems tackling this issue of reliability?
Well, they're known for building robust and durable equipment that can withstand harsh operating conditions. But they're also going beyond that.
Okay, how so?
By incorporating advanced monitoring and diagnostic technologies into their products.
So they can stay ahead of any problems.
Exactly. This allows them to proactively identify potential issues before they lead to failures.
It's like giving their machines a regular health checkup.
Exactly. They're not just waiting for something to break down.
Right. They're preventing problems before they occur.
Exactly. It's a preventative approach to maintenance.
Which makes a lot of sense.
It does. It ensures greater reliability for their customers.
Absolutely. And peace of mind.
Exactly. So TD Power Systems is clearly on a mission to not just sell products, but to provide solutions that address some of the world's most pressing energy challenges.
They're taking a leadership role.
They are. They're innovating. They're pushing boundaries. And they're doing it all while expanding their global footprint.
It's impressive.
It is, but this global expansion brings a whole new set of challenges and strategic decisions.
A whole new ballgame.
It is. So in the next part of our deep dive, we're going to look at the leadership team that's steering TD Power Systems through this exciting and complex phase of growth. We'll also explore the potential risks and rewards of operating on a global stage.
I'm looking forward to it.
So stay with us.
Yeah, stay tuned.
As we unpack the human side of the TD Power Systems story and delve into the strategic decisions that will shape their future.
It's going to be fascinating.
All right, so welcome back to our deep dive into TD Power Systems.
Yeah, it's been a fascinating journey so far.
It really has. We've seen how they're riding the wave of these global megatrends.
Absolutely.
And really innovating to solve those pressing energy challenges.
Yeah, they're really at the forefront of the industry.
They are, and they're expanding their reach across the globe.
Global powerhouse.
Global powerhouse, yeah.
So now I'm curious about the people behind this incredible journey.
Yeah, let's meet the team, the leadership team.
Yeah, the folks steering the ship.
So at the helm, we have Managing Director Nikhil Kumar.
Okay, Nikhil Kumar.
He's been with the company for over 2 decades.
Wow, 2 decades. That's a long time.
That's a serious commitment.
It is. So he must have seen a lot of changes.
I would imagine so, yeah, and played a pivotal role in their transformation, from this regional player to global contender.
Yeah, he's been there through it all.
So what's his leadership style like?
Well, from what we can gather from, earnings calls and interviews, he comes across as a pretty pragmatic leader with a deep understanding of the global power market.
Makes sense. He's been in it for a while.
Exactly.
So he's clearly growth-oriented, but also emphasizes profitability.
Right. You got to have both.
And maintaining those high-quality standards.
Yeah, the ones that won them that nuclear contract.
Exactly.
So it sounds like he's got a good balance between pushing for expansion and making sure they're building a solid foundation.
Yeah, for sustainable growth.
Not just growth for growth's sake.
Exactly. And he seems to have a knack for anticipating market trends.
Like what?
Well, like their early adoption of that gas turbine technology.
Oh, right.
And their recent move into traction motors.
Yeah.
Those were decisions made under his leadership that have really positioned them well for success.
It's like he's got a sixth sense for these emerging opportunities.
Yeah, getting TD Power Systems there ahead of the curve.
Impressive.
It is, but it's not just about, big strategic bets.
Okay.
He also seems equally focused on fostering a culture of continuous improvement.
Within the company, right?
Within the company, yeah.
That's so important.
It is. And remember, those Japanese manufacturing philosophy.
Like the Kaizen, the lean manufacturing.
Yeah, that's a direct reflection of his leadership style.
He's all about efficiency and empowering employees.
It's all about streamlining processes, eliminating waste, and empowering those employees to contribute to making the company better.
So it's like a culture of constant improvement.
Yes, and it creates this environment where everybody is focused on working smarter, not just harder.
Absolutely. And where everybody feels like they're part of the company's success.
It's a team effort.
It is.
Yeah.
And that's especially important as they navigate these complexities.
Yeah, of operating in multiple markets around the world.
Yeah, it's a global operation now.
But, Nikhil Kumar isn't a one-man show.
Right. It takes a village to build a global company.
It does. So we have the chief financial officer.
Right. Crucial role.
Who plays that crucial role in ensuring their financial stability.
Absolutely.
And managing those investments.
Yeah, especially during this period of rapid growth.
Yeah. And then there are the leaders of their engineering and manufacturing teams.
The folks who are actually building these machines?
They're the ones who are turning those ambitious growth plans into reality.
It's one thing to have a vision. It's another to execute it.
And let's not forget the sales team.
Oh, yeah. The folks on the front line.
They're the ones building those relationships with those customers.
Absolutely.
Securing those crucial orders.
Yeah.
And expanding the company's global reach.
They're the face of the company.
They are. So it's a team effort.
It is.
A symphony of talent and expertise.
I like that.
With each individual contributing to the company's overall success.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
But even with the best leadership and the most talented team, global expansion comes with its own set of challenges and crucial decisions.
For sure. So what are some of the big dilemmas they're going to face?
Well, one of the biggest ones is finding that right balance between standardizing their products for global markets and customizing them to meet specific local needs.
That makes sense. So it's like, on the one hand, they want to leverage economies of scale.
Right, by creating, a uniform product line.
But on the other hand, they need to be sensitive to those unique requirements
exactly
of different countries and customers.
It's a classic push and pull that a lot of global companies grapple with.
And there's no easy answer.
There's not. They're going to have to find a solution that works best for them.
Maybe a hybrid approach.
Yeah, maybe.
Combining some level of standardization with the flexibility to adapt
to local conditions.
It's a tough needle to thread.
It is, and another challenge they'll need to master is managing their global supply chain.
Oh, yeah. That's huge.
It is, because they're sourcing materials and components.
Right, from all over the world.
From all over the world, so they need to be prepared for anything.
Absolutely. We've seen how global events like pandemics and trade wars can just disrupt those supply chains.
It can bring everything to a screeching halt.
So they need to build in some resilience.
They do.
Diversify their suppliers. Maybe even stockpile.
Right, those strategic reserves of key material.
And be agile.
Yes.
And flexible.
To adapt to those unforeseen circumstances.
Because you never know what's going to happen.
It's like creating a safety net.
I like that, a safety net.
For their operations, so they can weather any storm.
Keep those generators rolling off the production line.
Yeah, but it's not just about logistics.
Right.
Operating on this global stage also means navigating this complex web of regulations, tariffs, and trade agreements.
It's a lot to keep track of.
It is. Every market has its own set of rules.
Right. Different playing field everywhere you go.
It is. So they'll need a deep understanding of those local business environments.
Right. You got to know the lay of the land.
Strong relationships with key stakeholders.
Absolutely.
In each market.
Yeah. Building those connections is key.
And a legal team.
Yeah.
That's on top of all the compliance requirements.
You don't want to mess with the legal stuff.
Yeah. No, you don't. So there are definitely risks and challenges.
There are.
But the potential rewards of global expansion are enormous.
They are. The sky's the limit.
So if they can successfully navigate these complexities, they could really solidify their position as a true global powerhouse in this power systems industry.
And beyond the financial success, it's also important to consider the impact they're having on the world.
It's not just about profits.
Right. It's about making a difference.
Exactly.
So they're enabling this transition to renewable energy.
Yes.
They're creating jobs and economic opportunities.
Absolutely.
And they're contributing to this, more sustainable and electrified future.
It's a powerful reminder.
Yeah.
That business success isn't just about the bottom line.
It's about making a positive impact.
Exactly.
And TD Power Systems seems to be doing just that.
So as we wrap up this deep dive.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey.
It has been. I think it's safe to say that TD Power Systems is a company to watch.
Definitely a company to watch.
They are at the forefront of this global energy transformation.
They are.
And they're poised to play an even bigger role in shaping the future.
Absolutely.
How we power our world.
Exciting times ahead.
They are. And for you, our listener, I hope this deep dive has given you some valuable insights to this company you might not have known about before.
It's been an eye-opener for me.
Maybe it sparked your curiosity about the global energy landscape.
It's a fascinating topic.
It is. Or maybe it's inspired you to think about how businesses can balance growth with sustainability and innovation.
It's a delicate balance, but it's possible.
It is. And remember, knowledge is power.
Absolutely.
And the more you know, the better equipped you are to navigate this complex and ever-changing world.
We're all in this together.
We are so. Until next time.
Yeah.
Keep exploring.
Keep learning.
And keep diving deep.
See you next time.